Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A method of tending to or managing the affairs of some group of people, especially the group's business affairs. A kitchen appliance for disposing of garbage. The act or means of getting rid of something. The power to use something or someone. Used all the resources at his disposal. The persons, or committees or departments etc., who make up a body for the purpose of administering something. He claims that the present administration is corrupt. The act of meting out justice according to the law. The act of governing, exercising authority. The tenure of a president. Things were quiet during the Eisenhower administration. A method of tending to or managing the affairs of some group of people, especially the group's business affairs. The act of administering medication. A kitchen appliance for disposing of garbage. A kitchen appliance for disposing of garbage. Your usual mood. He has a happy disposition. An attitude of mind, especially one that favors one alternative over others. The act or means of getting rid of something. A natural or acquired habit or characteristic tendency in a person or thing. A swelling with a disposition to rupture. The act of managing something. He was given overall management of the program. Those in charge of running a business. The act of setting and holding a course. A new council was installed under the direction of the king. The concentration of attention or energy on something. He had no direction in his life. The act of managing something. Is the direction of the economy a function of government? A line leading to a place or point. He looked the other direction. A formal statement of a command or injunction to do something. Something that provides direction or advice as to a decision or course of action. A message describing how something is to be done. He gave directions faster than she could follow them. A general course along which something has a tendency to develop. I couldn't follow the direction of his thoughts. The spatial relation between something and the course along which it points or moves. He checked the direction and velocity of the wind. A home appliance used in preparing food. Something that people do or cause to happen. A legal document signed and sealed and delivered to effect a transfer of property and to show the legal right to possess it. He signed the deed. Pretend to have certain qualities or state of mind. He acted the idiot. Behave unnaturally or affectedly. She's just acting. Something that people do or cause to happen. A legal document codifying the result of deliberations of a committee or society or legislative body. Perform an action, or work out or perform an action. Think before you act. A short performance that is part of a longer program. He did his act 3 times every evening. Perform on a stage or theater. She acts in this play. Have an effect or outcome, often the one desired or expected. How does your idea work in practice? Behave in a certain manner. Show a certain behavior. Conduct or comport oneself. You should act like an adult. Play a role or part. She wants to act Lady Macbeth, but she is too young for the role. A manifestation of insincerity. He put on quite an act for her benefit. A subdivision of a play or opera or ballet. Be engaged in an activity, often for no particular purpose other than pleasure. Be suitable for theatrical performance. This scene acts well. Discharge one's duties. She acts as the chair. Something that people do or cause to happen. Something that people do or cause to happen. Energy made available by the flow of electric charge through a conductor. The power went out around midnight. Of a government or government official, holding an office means being in power. During his first year in power. A state powerful enough to influence events throughout the world. A mathematical notation indicating the number of times a quantity is multiplied by itself. A very wealthy or powerful businessman. Possession of the qualities, especially mental qualities, required to do something or get something done. Danger heightened his powers of discrimination. Possession of controlling influence. The deterrent power of nuclear weapons. One possessing or exercising power or influence or authority. The mysterious presence of an evil power. Physical strength. Physics. The rate of doing work, measured in watts, equals joule per second. Supply the force or power for the functioning of. The gasoline powers the engines. Possession of controlling influence. His powerfulness was concealed by a gentle facade. The act of participating in an athletic competition involving running on a track. The act of running, traveling on foot at a fast pace. American football. A play in which a player attempts to carry the ball through or past the opposing team. The coach put great emphasis on running. A VG, a machine, performing or capable of performing. In running, or working, order. Measured lengthwise. Cost of lumber per running foot. Continually repeated over a period of time. A running joke among us. Of advancing the ball by running. The team's running plays worked better than its pass plays. Of fluids, moving or issuing in a stream. As mountain stream with freely running water. The act of administering or being in charge of something. He has responsibility for the running of two companies at the same time. The state of being in operation. A running engine. Executed or initiated by running. Running plays worked better than pass plays. Administration of the activities contributing directly to an organization's output. The persons, are committees or departments etc., who make up a body for the purpose of administering something. An ordered manner. Orderliness by virtue of being methodical and well organized. His compulsive organization was not an endearing quality. The act of forming or establishing something. He still remembers the organization of the club. The activity or result of distributing or disposing persons or things properly or methodically. His organization of the workforce was very efficient. A group of people who work together. The act of organizing a business or an activity related to a business. He was brought in to supervise the organization of a new department. An organized structure for arranging or classifying. The facts were familiar, but it was in the organization of them that he was original. The form of government of a social organization. A politically organized unit. Shrewd or crafty management of public affairs. We was innocent of stratagems and polity. The persons, are committees or departments etc., who make up a body for the purpose of administering something. An ordered manner. Orderliness by virtue of being methodical and well organized. The act of forming or establishing something. The activity or result of distributing or disposing persons or things properly or methodically. A group of people who work together. The act of organizing a business or an activity related to a business. An organized structure for arranging or classifying. The direction of an orchestra or choir. He does not use a baton for conducting. The way of administering a business. The disposal of sewage. The act of putting a person into a non-elective position. The appointment had to be approved by the whole committee. Usually in the plural, furnishings and equipment, especially for a ship or hotel. A person who is appointed to a job or position. A meeting arranged in advance. Law. The act of disposing of property by virtue of the power of appointment. She allocated part of the trust to her church by appointment. The job to which you were, or hope to be, appointed. He applied for an appointment in the Treasury. The act of removing tangles from your hair with a comb. The act of carefully weeding out unwanted things or people. The department got a good comb out. Given or giving freely. Saturday's child is loving and giving. The act of giving. Disposing of property by voluntary transfer without receiving value in return. The alumni followed a program of annual giving. The imparting of news or promises etc. He gave us the news and made a great show of the giving. Disposing of money or property with the expectation that the same thing, or an equivalent, will be returned. Disposing of money or property with the expectation that the same thing, or an equivalent, will be returned. The disposal of explosive mines. Withdrawing support or help despite allegiance or responsibility. His abandonment of his wife and children left them penniless. The act of giving something up. The voluntary surrender of property, or a right to property, without attempting to reclaim it or give it away. The activity of providing goods and services involving financial and commercial and industrial aspects. A commercial or industrial enterprise and the people who constitute it. He bought his brother's business. Incidental activity performed by an actor for dramatic effect. His business with the cane was hilarious. The principal activity in your life that you do to earn money. He's not in my line of business. Business concerns collectively. Government and business could not agree. Customers collectively. The activity of providing goods and services involving financial and commercial and industrial aspects. Computers are now widely used in business. An immediate objective. Gossip was the main business of the evening. A rightful concern or responsibility. It's none of your business. The volume of commercial activity. Business is good today. The activity of providing goods and services involving financial and commercial and industrial aspects. An enterprise connected with commerce.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.